yeah, that's happening. Oh, this should be interesting to you guys. TwitchCon's coming back. Twitch is actually going to do the 11th TwitchCon. Oh, yes. And they have announced new rules and security protocols that are absolutely not going to fucking work. Twitch announced new rules and security protocols for TwitchCon, including reservations required for the meet and greets. No walk-ups at meet and greets. Additional staff for meet and greets, investing more in security. All of this means absolutely fucking nothing. All of this means absolutely nothing. No walk-ups at meet and greets. Gamer, and additional staff for meet and greets. Dan? The people you had didn't do fuck all the last time. See, the problem was not needing additional staff or additional security. This is the funny part. This was not about needing more staff or needing more security. It's the fact that your staff and your security didn't do a fucking thing. The guy that sexually assaulted Emiru literally cleared about 4 or 5 different security members on his way to get to Emiru. Okay, there were 4 or 5 security people that could have stopped him. And they didn't. They just stood there with their thumbs up their asses, looking the other way as this guy walked by them all and it got to Emiru and was able to sexually assault her. And the one that got him off of her was her own security guy. You didn't hear what happened in Emiru. The last TwitchCon, Emiru was doing a meet and greet, which, by the way, she was forced to do. Emiru was forced to do a meet and greet by Twitch in order for Emiru to hold her event at TwitchCon. And during her meet and greet, some guy just chugged the line, walked past about 4 or 5 of the on-site security, bypassed all of them, walked right up to Emiru, and grabbed her and tried to kiss her until she was able to scream. And Emiru's own security person, not Twitch's, not the venues, Emiru's own personal security ripped the guy off of him. And then the fucker just walked away and not a single security personnel grabbed him. He just walked away and even exited the event and fucking left. And not a single member of security stopped him. So the issue is no walk-ups at meet and greets. That was already a thing. Additional staff and more security, not necessary if you actually enforced the security already, which you're not. I am begging any Twitch content creator, if you are a Twitch content creator, especially if you are a woman, do not attend Twitch. No, I'm not going. I will not be going. The only way I'd be attending any con is if one of my mods was able to go with the tablet and I would stream on the tablet to the con, like what Philly and other VTubers do, or Mousy does. I will not be going to any con. But yeah, it's not safe for the men either because men have been sexually assaulted at TwitchCon too. That got swept under the fucking rug. I'm telling you right now, if you are a content creator for Twitch, and especially if you are a woman, do not go to TwitchCon. You will be assaulted. All of this is bullshit. Twitch will not do anything to protect you. They will not. They will fucking ignore you. And Twitch will stab you in the back. Okay? They will allow you to get assaulted, do nothing about it, while Dan Clancy goes partying with fucking hot 19-year-olds. Okay? He doesn't fucking care. He cares about getting his dick wet with a couple of 19-year-old streamer baddies. Okay? He doesn't care. Twitch does not care. Do not attend TwitchCon. At all. Especially if you're a woman, because I'm telling you right now, if you are a woman and you attend TwitchCon, you will be assaulted. You absolutely will be assaulted as a woman if you attend TwitchCon. I'm telling you right now. We all like for guests that attend, we're already gonna hear like the minor content on. We're going to hear about assaults happening again this year. I guarantee you. And in fact, I think it's probably going to be worse than the last time. I do think it may be even worse than last time. Has someone been harmed by TwitchCon? Has someone else? I mean, other than Emeru, there was another male streamer. I forget his name off the top of my head. He was sexually assaulted at TwitchCon. Let's see. They threw away VTuber gifts. The security, when people brought VTubers gifts, security basically stole the gifts from the fans and just threw them in the garbage. So yeah, they basically like they just stole the gifts that were being brought by fans to VTubers and trashed them. Yeah, it's TwitchCon is fucked. Do not go to TwitchCon. Do not spend money on TwitchCon. It is they will do nothing to protect the streamers. There will be assaults. There will be thefts. Streamers are going to have their gifts thrown out. Yeah, they're going to make as a VTuber, you will be doxxed. You will absolutely be doxxed as a VTuber. Don't go to TwitchCon. Do not. Or if anything, if anything, especially if you're a VTuber, have like if you really want to make an appearance there, have one of your mods go with you on a tablet. You know, have your mod go and have them bring a tablet with you on it, and you can meet people that way. Do that. At least you'll be safe. But don't attend TwitchCon. Do not. No, Hassan won't go. Hassan would never lower himself to going to something as base as TwitchCon. That is not good enough for Hassan. He will never go to a TwitchCon. But there's more, okay? So changes to IRL streaming at the revenue. So Twitch has revealed major revamp to its rules and protocols at TwitchCon after Emeru was assaulted at the event last year. TwitchCon is Twitch's major streaming convention where top creators from the Amazon-owned platform gather to meet fans, hang out, participate in activities. There have been a few major controversies in the event at the past years. 2025, Emeru was sexually assaulted. He tried to kiss her, who grabbed her without her consent. In 2024, NMPLL touched inappropriately by a kick streamer while broadcasted. In 2022, Amaranth Security is forcing involved after multiple stalkers showed up to the event. So now they're announcing some serious changes, beginning with TwitchCon Rotterdam. Following the Emeru incident, Dan Clancy confirmed it was conducting a complete analysis of the incident and other issues that came to light after the event, and they're going to change nothing. They're going to examine it and go, okay, we're going to sweep this all under the rug and pretend like it never fucking happened. We're examining everything from how do we do signups, the layout, increased security controls. You don't need increased security controls. You need security to actually do their fucking job in the first place. Again, this could have been avoided if the security that was actually there did their fucking job in the first place, which they didn't. The security at TwitchCon literally just stood around with their thumbs up their ass and cared more about garbaging gifts being given to VTubers than protecting anybody. So, fuck you, Dan. It has nothing to do with about increased security controls or protocols. You need to get people that will actually do the fucking job. On March 25th, they announced a slew of updates to TwitchCon, including new policies to make the event much safer and enjoyable. God, can you actually enjoy TwitchCon? I don't know. In addition to areas where streaming and recording isn't allowed, visitors will be able to wear a new lanyards that indicate they're uncomfortable with being on camera. When was this a thing? Hold up. When was this ever a thing? When was there ever an issue with just fans that attended TwitchCon having a problem being on camera? When was that ever a thing? Like, people that go to TwitchCon go there because it's about Twitch, which is about live streaming. They go there knowing multiple people are streaming. For fuck's sake, yeah, most of them go to TwitchCon hoping to get caught on camera. No, they're like the vast majority of people going to TwitchCon are going hoping they can be captured on camera on a live stream. No, they're not banning live streaming. They're basically supposedly going to have areas where you cannot stream or record on site. And new lanyards indicates are uncomfortable being on camera. For those IRL streamers, don't interview or approach someone wearing the designated lanyard who verbally say they don't want to be on camera. If a streamer violates this policy, Twitch may temporarily suspend their ability to stream for the duration of TwitchCon, remove them from the event, or extend the ban. Furthermore, for streamers doing meet and greets, fans will now need to make a reservation and won't be able to walk up. They couldn't walk up in the first... Oh my fuck! They couldn't walk up in the first place. They literally could not walk up in the first place. Meet and greets, there was a line. There was a fucking queue. That, one at a time, when it was your turn, you could go to the meet and greet. The problem was not with that. The problem was your security didn't do their job. That was the problem. People were, in queues. Like the system was fine where people would get into a queue to have a brief meet and greet with their favorite streamer. People get lined up. When it's their turn, the person walks up. They have their moment to say, "Hi, I love your stream." Take a photo with the streamer and maybe a couple more words, and then bye-bye. The guy that assaulted Emmy was not in line. The guy that assaulted Emmy literally bypassed all the lines. He bypassed like multiple lines to get to her. So why do you need to make, there was no such thing as a quote unquote walk up. Yeah, he was like, this doesn't fix the fucking problem. Oh my God, I'm getting so fucking hot about this. This does not fix the problem. The problem was not being able to go to an area where a streamer was doing a meet and greet, get into the queue, and meet with the streamer. That wasn't the fucking issue. The guy who assaulted Emaru bypassed all of that, said, "Fuck this, I'm not waiting in a line," bypassed all of that, 3 different lines, mind you, and security, and walked up to her and grabbed her. This doesn't fix that issue at all. Okay? This doesn't fix a fucking thing because just because you need to make a reservation instead of wait into a queue, you're going to tell me that's going to magically stop someone from doing the same fucking thing? Bypassing everything, just walking up to a streamer to grab them and do God knows what? Dan Clancy, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot who doesn't understand, who is refusing to acknowledge the reality of the situation. Okay? You say you doing this instead of, I don't know, having security do their goddamn job means you're a fucking idiot and you don't deserve to be CEO. This proves that you should not be the CEO of this company and that you're running it into the ground. You should be fired. You and everyone beneath you needs to be fired by Amazon. Amazon needs to remove you from you and everybody beneath you from their positions to the curb with the cardboard box and get people in there that actually know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, I would love for Elon to buy Twitch. He would actually make the fucking platform, profitable and good. And he would take off all of these fucking radical terrorist sympathizers from the platform. Yes, I would love for Elon. I would love for Elon to buy Twitch. Or YouTube, for that matter. Either or. Dan Clancy cannot run Twitch. He's an idiot. He is a fucking moron, and he is not capable of running this company. And that we're reworking the physical layout and flow of meet and greets to make the experience smoother, safer, and more comfortable for everyone. There was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with the layout. There was nothing wrong with the layout. It was your security was not doing a fucking thing. This includes additional dedicated staff on site, better separation between lines of creators, improved crowd management and queue design, and cleaner entry and exit path. How about your people doing the job? Eh? How about the staff actually doing their fucking job? Because that's literally the one thing that went awry. The one glaring fucking issue is that the staff didn't do their job at all. The staff sat there with a thumb up their ass singing I'm a Yankadoodle Dandy while someone walked up, assaulted Emeru, didn't stop him. It was Emeru's own security that had to stop the guy from assaulting Emeru and then just let him walk out and just go away and not actually detain him. Because they're useless. They're absolutely fucking useless. And finally, Twitch says it's increasing its security presence at TwitchCon with more trained staff and improved escalation plans for better response times. Cool. Are you going to actually do anything? Are the security actually going to do anything? Or are they just going to stand there with the like slack-jawed with drool coming out of their mouth while the talent gets assaulted? Are they actually going to do anything? Because the answer is no. Nothing is going to change. Because, by the way, this is literally let's see, we'll have to see if these changes make streamers more likely to attend. Many top creators, such as QD Cinderella, were afraid to go to TwitchCon 2025 due to security concerns. Notably, QD Cinderella hided an incident in Japan, which a streamer was stabbed to death in Tokyo. How about Dexerto? How about saying how Emeru said she will never attend a TwitchCon again? Because of what happened, Emeru said, I will never attend another TwitchCon for the rest of my life. Ever. Because of what happened. And by the way, all of this, like, oh, we're making improvements. Oh, we're gonna get better trained staff. We're gonna have more staff on site. Literally everything that was said in this, with the exception of the little bullshit that makes no difference, everything that Twitch said that they're doing here, yeah, they said that last year, and they said that the year before that. Oh yeah, and they said that before the year before that. They literally have said the same thing every year. We're going to do better on security. We're going to do better on security. We're going to do better on security. They say it every fucking year. And every year, TwitchCon is a fucking joke and people get assaulted. Every fucking year. Easily preventable assaults occur every fucking year at TwitchCon. And she did go with her own security, Eminency. Emeru did go with her own security. It was her own security that pulled the guy off her when she was attacked. It wasn't Twitch's security. It wasn't the venue security. It was Emeru's own private security that pulled the guy off and pushed him away. That was the only person that helped her. No one else did. No, no, what happened is Emeru used to have a guy for her personal security. And it was a guy that she really liked because he was really good at his job. The private security that she had previously, who was very good at her job, who was very good at his job, stopped people from approaching her. There was like, yeah, like her private security, like physically stopped people from coming at her and like, physically detain someone. And when he did that, Twitch banned him from TwitchCon. So the one security guard that Emeru liked because this security guard did his job and stopped people from getting to her and actually detaining people and actually like took people down and detained them, Twitch banned that man from TwitchCon. And so she could not hire him to provide her security. No, Twitch didn't ban her from having her own security. They just banned the guy that she liked to provide her security. The one guy that Emeru trusted to keep her safe, Twitch banned him. And look what happened. She got assaulted. So that's why Emeru said, I will never attend another TwitchCon again. And honestly, if you are a Twitch streamer, you should not be attending TwitchCon. You should stay away, especially if you are a female streamer. If you are a female streamer, do not go anywhere near TwitchCon. Do not. It's because you will be assaulted. It's not a question of, oh, you might be. No, if you are a female streamer, particularly if you are an attractive female streamer, you will be assaulted. That is a guarantee. There's an absolute guarantee that you will be assaulted at TwitchCon if you are a pretty female streamer. Don't go. Stay home. Enjoy your stream. Just stream like normal. Just don't do it for your own safety. Oh yeah, and Twitch, they keep lying about what happened to Emerald. They absolutely did. Twitch 100% kept lying about what happened to her, saying like, "Oh, it wasn't all that bad. Oh, blah blah blah." Yeah, they kept lying. And I reacted that stream Emerald put out before she did her event where she talked about what occurred. Yeah, if it was not for Emerald's manager, the guy would have never been busted. It was only because of Emerald's team that anything got done. If Emerald did not have her team looking out for her, nothing would have happened regarding her being assaulted. Absolutely nothing. If her team hadn't been there to take care of her. And then, yes, Chibidoki having to dox herself. Also, I think Chibidoki had her fans' gifts thrown in the garbage by Twitch staff. Oh, yeah, don't go. If you are a streamer, and especially a female, do not go. Stay home. Just have a normal stream at home. Just don't do it. Hey, Michigan Sheriff, you were right. No, I didn't. I did not. Hang on. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, we need to look at this. For everyone in the UK, for everyone in the US, dunking on the UK for basically getting put into prison for social media posts. Yeah, I got news for you. Coming to a US state near you. This is not okay. The sheriff should resign. Tennessee Sheriff Nick Weems arrested a liberal man for posting a Facebook meme and spent a month in jail. He was arrested for threatening mass violence at a school, which, if that was the case, I agree, arrest him. But his meme was nothing of the sort. Again, everyone has the right to freedom of speech, even speech we don't like.
Jailed for a meme. Tonight, a Middle Tennessee sheriff defends the arrest of a man for posting this online meme, quoting President Trump. Good evening. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm
This is the meme. This is the meme that got this man jailed for a month. What the fuck? So he posted the meme, "This seems relevant today," where Trump had said about a mass shooting one day after, "We have to get over it." And he just put, "This seems relevant today." And he got arrested and jailed for a month for this. It sounds like. Wow. Hi, Tennessee. Am I about to be calling you Little UK now? Am I about to be calling Tennessee the little UK?
very sharp. Free speech advocates are sounding the alarm about this man's arrest. But in an interview, Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems claims this man left him no choice.
The sheriff sat down to answer some tough questions from News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams.
Phil, there are a lot of people out there who are outraged over this.
That may be an understatement. Larry Bussard has been behind bars for more than a month, and right now he's not scheduled for another court appearance for more than 5 weeks. The question is, should this case ever have gone this far?
Yeah, there's been some very, very bad phone calls that my employees has had to endure, our dispatch has had to endure.
For Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems and his office, the last few weeks.
Wait. Hold up. This isn't, wait, fucking wait. This isn't the guy that I was thinking of, is it? Hold up. This isn't the sheriff that went after Afro Man, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. This isn't the sheriff that went after Afro Man, is it? It looks a lot like him. You're right, that was Ohio. I forgot. That was Ohio. You're right. Wow, he looks a lot like him. He doesn't kind of look like him.
For Perry County Sheriff Nick Weems and his office, the last few weeks have been rough as word has spread about their arrest of 61-year-old Larry Bussart for a Facebook post. A local judge set Bussart's bond at $2 million.
He's been here for 35 days.
35 days over a meme.
Well, it was a series of posts, but yes, the one post that he made was the one with Donald Trump that got everybody's attention and was considered threatening.
Yeah, I love you. Okay. Thank you.
Local police took Bussart into custody at his home in Lexington, Tennessee on September 21st based on a warrant issued out of Perry County. The one-time cop is one of those rare liberals in rural Middle Tennessee. And
he's a former cop. This man is also a former police officer. What the
a
fuck
keyboard
am I
warrior
watching?
known for posting progressive memes like these.
I would say those memes again. I'm not only smart, I'm street smart. Oh, sure, you're street smart. It's illegal to hire undocumented workers. Then how come only the workers are being arrested? He's not wrong about this. If it's illegal to hire undocumented workers, then how come only the workers are being arrested? I'm on board with him on this meme. 100%. I think that the undocumented workers, arrest them, deport them, and arrest the people who hire them. If they knowing and willingly hire illegal immigrants, arrest them too. Throw them in prison. Absolutely. I'm 100% on board with this man for this. Abso-fucking-lutely.
This is what they charged me with. Okay. Threatening mass violence at a school.
At school?
It's referring to a school. I have no idea.
Wait. Someone took that meme and extrapolated from it that the fact that it was quoting Donald Trump saying we need to get over. No, it wasn't me. No, this is what happened. Someone took that post he made where it was Donald Trump saying we need to get over it, talking about a school shooting one day after. Like one day after the school shooting, Donald Trump is quoted as saying, we need to get over it. Someone took that meme and extrapolated from it that this man was threatening to go shoot up a school. What the fuck? I want to know who the investigating officers were this. No, this is not simply TDS. This is not TDS. This is literal insane asylum. These are people that need to get put in the padded box. I want to know who the investigating officers were on this. I want them investigated by state police. This is insane. The fact that there was an investigation done on this, that a police officer or sheriff looked at the meme that someone said, he's threatening to shoot up a school, looked at that meme and went, yup, that looks like a threat to go shoot up a school. And yeah, who's the fucking judge that signed the warrant? Who is the goddamn judge that signed the warrant for this man's arrest? Like, everyone involved in this needs to be investigated by the state. The judge needs to be investigated by the feds. This is in-fucking-sane that you're literally throwing a man in jail for months. He's going to be in there for at least 2 months before his trial. Still a fucking meme and extrapolating from that he's threatening to shoot up a school. Like, they could have just, no even an investigation to talk to him, like, what was up with this, to allow him to explain what was going on. It's just immediate, go to jail. Like, this is fucking insane. This, like, this is, oh my God, this is UK. This is UK levels of fascism right now. Holy shit.
This is what they've called us for, and I ain't got a clue.
I play on Facebook. I threaten no one. I know you don't give a damn.
This is the meme that landed Bussard in jail. He posted it as part of a discussion about Charlie Kirk's murder. The meme quotes Donald Trump saying, "We have to get over it." It was exactly what the president said the day after a deadly school shooting in Perry, Iowa. That's the meme that he posted, correct?
Well, you don't need to look at it that far, dude.
That looks like it, except this part was blurred out, the face.
Where is
Oh,
the
yeah, he
threat
really
in
had
there,
to look
Sheriff?
hard about that.
Right here?
Bullshit.
Sheriff Weems says some in his community took the reference in the Trump meme to Perry High School to be a threat to shoot up Perry County High School, which had recently had to deal with a threat from a student.
Whenever you come to a Perry...
So, okay, where was, okay, so there was no investigation. So there was no actual investigation. This sheriff's department literally just some reading SJR said, this is a threat to the school. The sheriff just went, okay, took a warrant to a judge. The judge looked at the facts of the warrant and went, okay, signed the warrant, and they're throwing this man in jail. Like, the level of retardation here is off the fucking scale. And it was an anonymous tip. So, okay. So, as good investigators, if it was an anonymous tip, did they not look into, is there someone that has a brief against this man that they are saying is threatening to shoot up a school? But with that this meme is, supposedly threatening to shoot a school. Did these law enforcement investigators who are actually supposed to know what the fuck they're doing, did a single one of them think, this person we're getting an anonymous tip that's saying this person is threatening to shoot a school based upon this meme and this meme alone. Could it be possible this person has a beef against the other man and that they're looking to try to put them in jail? And that they're trying to basically swat them. Did that ever fucking come across their minds? That maybe someone's trying to set this guy up because they have a problem with him and they're swatting him. Did they even think to talk to this guy before locking him up? No, he's not. That's the crazy thing. He's not a Trump supporter. He's a liberal. He's not a Trump supporter. He is not. At least not that I can tell. Gee, this has nothing to fucking do with Trump. It's just insane. The fact that it got this far with no one through the entire chain of events here asking the question, should we maybe just talk to somebody? Should we maybe see about if this person has someone that's got a beef against them that's going to make this accusation? Should we maybe talk to this man and ask him about, talk to him about the meme and actually conduct a fucking investigation? Like, the thing that we are paid by the citizens to do, our fucking jobs? This is nuts.
County page, okay? That is set up to let people know what's going on in Perry County. And you post this talking about Perry High School shooting.
It doesn't say Perry County High School.
It says Perry High School mass shooting one day after, okay? That led people to believe in our county that he's talking about Perry County High School.
Believe. So, literally, the sheriff is, okay, I'm going to let him keep going. I'm going to keep letting this man dig his own political grave.
Because it doesn't say Iowa either.
But you also...
This man literally has imprisoned someone based on thiefies. Listen, I want you to listen to this again. This is this is the sheriff of this county providing his explanation as to why they have taken a man's right to freedom away over a meme.
Perry County page, okay? That is set up to let people know what's going on in Perry County. And you post this talking about Perry High School shooting.
It doesn't say Perry County High School.
It says Perry High School mass shooting one day after, okay? That led people to believe in our county that he's talking about Perry County High School.
Again, They built a case, took away a man's freedom based on fifis. People believed that he was referencing, with no evidence, with absolutely no evidence to sustain it. Yeah, we are literally doing precog crimes. We are literally, like, this sheriff is literally doing pre-crime arrests based on fifis. This is insane. This sheriff needs to be investigated by the state. I was going to say I have no doubt this man is going to win his case in court, but given that a judge signed an arrest warrant for him, I don't know what this man's chances are in court. I legit do not know what this man's chances are in court. I would like to think that when he finally goes to court and goes in front of a judge, that an actual judge, which, by the way, the judge that signed this warrant needs to be investigated, and if proven to be incompetent or biased or something, or basically having the same level of intellect as this sheriff in making the decision to pursue this as a case, yeah, he needs to be investigated, removed from the bench, and charged with a crime. So absolutely, they should look at charging the judge with a crime, put him in the box along with this sheriff. Absolutely, like the sheriff, the quote unquote investigators, and the judge that signed the warrant, every fucking one of them need to be investigated. The judge should be disbarred, removed from the bench, and every single one of them locked up. Every one of them locked up, and after that, this gentleman in question needs to sue the fuck out of the whole county and the judge for gross violation of their basic rights. Absolutely. Like they are violating his First Amendment right. This is 100% a violation of his First Amendment right. Oh, this is disgusting.
Because it doesn't say Iowa either.
But you also knew this was an existing meme that was already out there on the internet.
Correct.
And so it's clear he's not talking about Perry County High School.
We knew. The public did not know.
Wait. Then why did you... Whoa, wait. Hold up. So, the sheriff knew that this was an existing meme. Okay, okay.
FBI, open up!
This sheriff needs to be investigated. This whole fucking department needs to be investigated. Absolutely every fucking one. When you get the SJRs reading and screaming that law enforcement are a fascist Gestapo, this is the prime of example of what they're talking about. This is literal Gestapo tactics. What they are claiming that ICE does, this is actual Gestapo of jailing someone for doing a meme because it hurt someone's fifis. Because the sheriff just gave it up. The sheriff just spilled the spaghetti out of his pocket on this one. He said, yes, we are aware this is an existing meme. This is not new. It is an existing meme. We are aware of it. Oh, well, the public didn't know about it. Okay, the public is stupid. To do a very famous quote, a person is smart. People are dumb, stupid, dangerous animals, and you know it. You are a law enforcement officer. You are the sheriff. If the public say, oh, I think this is a threat, your job as the sheriff and your deputy's job as law enforcement officers are to tell these people that are crying about, oh, there's a mean old meme. I think it could be indicative of shooting, to go, no, this is a known meme. This is not indicative that someone is intending to do a school shooting. And even if he didn't do that, where was the investigation? They went straight from anonymous tip to a judge for an arrest warrant to jail, and they completely bypassed the investigative part. That is piss poor law enforcement of the highest fucking order. That's not law enforcement. What these people did is not law enforcement. They literally went tip to judge to jail and completely bypassed any investigative process. This is fucked. This sheriff needs to be in jail. His deputies who facilitated running the warrant to the judge need to be in jail. The judge needs to be in fucking jail. Every fucking one of them. This is disgusting.
Did not know.
No one even replied to that one meme, the meme that's in question here.
No one said this is a threat against our school.
No one even mentioned it.
Chris Ergel from South Carolina heard about Bussard's arrest and started a Justice for Larry Bussard page on Facebook.
A reasonable person cannot possibly interpret that as a threat. So I'm not sure what he's reacting to. I think it might be his own feelings.
So why not just inform the public that this was not about Perry County High School?
Because here's the thing. Whenever you're dealing with something like this and you've got multiple people that is...
By the way, you know he's just about to spin a load of bullshit because, you know, anybody in a position of authority, when they're asked a hard question like this, when this question, I'm going to have the reporter ask the question
and
again.
Started a Justice for Larry Bussard page on Facebook.
A reasonable person cannot possibly interpret that as a threat. So I'm not sure what he's reacting to. I think it might be his own feelings.
So why not just inform the public that this was not about Perry County High School?
So why not simply do the most basic ass thing as the sheriff of this county and just inform the public, talk to the public? By him starting off, here's the thing, as a public official, that is the precursor to him about to spew out some bullshit. That is what people, whenever a public figure is asked a question that they cannot answer without sounding like a moron, they will always preface it with, here's the thing. And then you know they're about to spew bullshit. So let's hear what bullshit he's about to spew.
Because here's the thing. Whenever you're dealing with something like this and you've got multiple people that is now scared to send their kids to school, we tried to take a different approach and go and speak to this guy and say, hey, look, this is what you're doing.
But you didn't. But you didn't take that approach. You want the approach of, we're going to run an arrest warrant to a judge and arrest him. You didn't go and investigate. You didn't go to speak to him. You went to him with a warrant signed by a judge, you fucking cock gobbler. You did exactly the opposite of what you just claimed. And by the way, he never answered the question of, why not tell the public that this is a known meme? It's not a threat to the high school. This is referencing a high school in a completely different state. He never answered that. His answer was, well, we have parents that are scared to send their children to school now. Yeah, maybe they wouldn't be if you actually addressed it and told them, this is not about Perry County High School. This is about a high school that was in a completely different state that happened like a fucking year or whatever ago. It has nothing to do with us, and it's not a threat against the high school. It is a well-known and established meme and is not a threat in any way, shape, or form. How fucking hard would that be to do as the sheriff of this county? But no, instead you go the fascism route and arrest a guy for exercising his First Amendment right of freedom of speech. Holy fuck. Again, we're seeing an example of the fascism that all the reeing SJRs claim that ICE was doing. See, all of you fuckstick SJRs out there that were shouting and screaming and claiming ICE are fascists, yeah, ICE didn't do what you're seeing here. ICE arrested illegal immigrants. ICE arrested people that tried to block their efforts to do their job. But they didn't arrest someone because they said something mean to the agents. This sheriff's department did. They literally arrested someone for saying something that someone else didn't like. That, you dumb fucktards, is what actual fascism is.
Just, freedom of speech, you know.
As Bussard's wife explained to police, he saw nothing wrong with what he had done.
You didn't do anything
That's
wrong.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying you did or did not commit a crime.
He did not. No, he did not commit a crime.
That's not illegal.
All of this could have been avoided, the sheriff says, if Bussard had just deleted the meme that people in Perry County had found.
Of course. Of course. Well, he wouldn't be spending time in jail now if he just, if he just rescinded his right to freedom of speech. Why didn't you just, why didn't you just not exercise your right of freedom of speech and delete the post because a bunch of reading SJRs didn't like it? So this sheriff is pro violating First Amendment rights. See, all of you people in Minnesota and California that they're talking about ICE, this is the kind of law enforcement that actually are fascists. This is the kind of law enforcement you need to be protesting against. This is actual fascism right here, you dumb fucks. This right here. But you don't care about that, right? Because the guy posted something about Trump, and you all hate Trump so much, so you're just going to forego that, and you're like, no, he should be in jail because he posted a meme with Trump on it, so he absolutely should go in jail. Because you're fucking idiots.
So objectionable.
Whenever we sent Lexington Police Department out to speak to him, and he refused to do that, I mean, what kind of person does that? What kind of person just says he don't care? I'm not taking
exercising freedom of speech. Maybe he's a fuckload smarter than you and he knew exactly what you were trying to do. Now, I also don't believe the sheriff when he says we send investigators out there and he refused to speak to us. I don't believe you. I do not believe this man. The fact that he actually initiated an investigation like this and actually did a warrant for his arrest, I do not believe a word that's coming out of his fucking mouth. Because guess what? Even if he refused to talk to the investigators, even if he said, I don't want to talk to you, the meme is still not an arrestable offense. Even if he refused, because guess what? You have the right as a United States citizen that you do not have to speak to police if you do not wish to. For whatever reason, if this man decided not to speak to the investigators, that is his constitutional right. He does not have to speak to them if he does not want to. Would it have been good for him to explain what was going on? Sure, you could pose that argument. But if a police investigator comes up to you and immediately comes at you hard, like, why did you post this? Are you about to go shoot up a school? And came at him really hard, treating him like a criminal? And you went, you know what? I'm not talking to you. That's in his rights. That's in his rights to do so. And by the way, nothing in that meme is evidentiary enough to substantiate a warrant for the arrest. There was nothing in that meme. He did not violate any law. And especially with the fact that they're saying, oh, because it was in reference to the school, I really want to know what they're charging with. Because I guarantee you it's not a charge that works. I will guarantee you that whatever they are charging him with, I guarantee it wouldn't fucking work. And let's not forget, his bond was set at $1 million fucking dollars. Like, he's sitting in jail because his bond is set at $1 million. Which means he would have had to pay, was it $2 million? $2 million. Which means for him to get out of jail, he would have had to have paid $200,000 in bond to get out of jail until his court trial. Yeah, they literally have him locked up harder than they lock up murderers and rapists these days. This man who posted a meme, like, we are literally seeing the UK in America right now, that they are treating someone posting a meme worse than people that commit rapes and murders. That's what we're seeing in Perry County, Tennessee. The people of Perry County need to rise the fuck up and start protesting and demanding this sheriff and everyone under him fucking resign. At minimum, this sheriff should be forced to resign. The people of Perry County should all be demanding he resign immediately. He should not have a job. He should be in jail. So should the judge that signed the warrant. So should the investigators that actually presented a warrant for the judge. Every fucking one of them should lose their jobs and go to jail. Absolutely.
Don't care.
This is disgusting.
I'm not taking it down.
Maybe a person who doesn't think he's done anything wrong.
Well, in TCA's eyes and our state legislatures that's put this law forth that come out July 1st, 2024, says otherwise.
As for Weems' statement that Bussard would not be in jail today if he had just deleted the post, Chris Ergel says that shows it was never really about any threat against Perry County High School.
Exactly. He wouldn't, if the fact that he wouldn't be in jail if he had deleted the post means that there was no credible threat. That it was literally all about you hurt someone's feelings, and because you hurt someone's feelings, you're going to get put in jail. There was no credible threat against the school. This is fucking dystopian fascism right here in Perry County, Tennessee.
School.
Pretty much tells me he doesn't consider it a threat. If you think it's a threat, why would removing it make any difference?
In your heart, do you think Larry Bouchard was threatening to shoot?
I don't give a fuck about this man's heart. It's a black hole.
In my heart, I think Larry Bouchard knew what he was doing once we made contact with him, or once law enforcement made contact with him. And I believe that he knew what he was doing. And in my heart, he violated the law set forth by our legislatures.
What fucking law did this man violate? What fucking law did he violate? Okay, hang on. What was this man's name? Larry what? Larry Bouchard. Okay. I want to know.
Posted it as part of a discussion about Charlie Kirk's murder.
Okay. Let's see. All right, let me see what the law is. What law did Larry Bouchard violate? Okay, so can I move this? Yes, I can pop it out. Okay. So Larry Bouchard was charged with threatening mass violence on school property or a school-related activity, a Class E felony. They literally charged him with threatening mass violence. So again, what that man said is exactly correct. So the charge is threatening mass violence. So if that was the charge, deleting the post should not have abdicated the charge. By saying if you had just deleted the post, you wouldn't be going to jail, means that you did not have that you should not be allowed to charge him with this. By the fact that you saying if you delete the post, then you won't go to jail, means that you don't have the evidence to substantiate a legitimate charge of threatening mass violence on school property or school-related activity. And they arrested him anyway. So they literally arrested him for exercising freedom of speech. No, this doesn't scream lazy cops. This screams fascism. I am fucking pushing this. This is literal fascism. That someone exercised freedom of speech, someone else didn't like it, and they had him arrested because they said something that they don't like. And he's one of their own. Because I guarantee you it was an SJR who did this, who filed the complaint against one of their own. This is why I tell you they always eat their own. Oh my God, this is nuts. This is absolutely fucking insane that this was allowed to happen. Like, holy crap, we don't know what? That it was an SJR that did it? Yes, we do. Yeah, okay, let's not play games. Yes, we do. This was a reeing SJR Karen because it's reeing SJR Karens that do this. Okay, that is who does this. Yeah, it was a Facebook page that Larry posted that was made the complaint. Yeah. It was the Facebook page, which I guarantee you it was a reeing fucking Karen, and it was granted, it's anonymous, so we don't know. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, this was also someone that considers themselves quote unquote liberal or left. I'm sorry, I guarantee you
This
it
was an
is.
interesting story. However, the one I mean was the one in Michigan recently where the sheriff arrested someone for making fun of him.
I'm gonna look that one up next. We're not done. We're transitioning to that one. I realized I got it wrong right away, but this was just so insane. I had to just keep going and play it out. He should not have a job. The other sheriff. But again, this is the first steps in basically stripping American citizens of their rights in favor of a fascist takeover. They're allowing the illegal immigrants, predominantly from Muslim countries, to get away with anything they want. You're seeing Islamic illegal immigrants that are murdering and raping people, and the judges will say, "Oh, their brain's not fully developed. You can let them go." "Oh, we don't want to impede on his right to have a family. We're going to let him go. No record." And you have American citizens that post a meme, and they're getting locked up for posting a meme. This is literally the first steps to fascism. It is. If you don't think it isn't, you need to take the fucking blinders off. You really do. Because this is the literal first steps toward it. This is Michigan and Tennessee actually showing that they're doing what the UK is trying to do. That they're taking those first steps into doing exactly what the UK does and locks people up for making a meme because they offended someone. And you know how you combat this? You go to the fucking polls. You gotta go to the polls. This is what Kirsche talks about, and I agree with her on this. You need to go, when elections come around, you need to go and vote. You need to vote in other people. That's what you gotta do. That's the power you got. Either that, or you start filing civil suits. Okay? Like the victims of this, they need to file massive civil suits when they get out. You know what? You can say voting hasn't worked in decades. It's what we got. Okay? It's what we got. I'm not gonna like sit here and say there should be an anarchist takeover and that buildings should start getting burned to the ground and people should start getting massacred that think the wrong way. I'm not gonna say that. Voting is what we've got. Until we have a better system in place, this is what we got. So the only thing I can suggest is using the system that we've got. You can talk about all the problems that we have in regards to it. But until we have something better, unless there's something better, unless you can come up with something better and get it instituted into place, this is what we have. It's not the answer you want to hear, but it's the only answer I can give you. I am not a political pundit. I'm not a political science major. I'm not a political genius. I'm not a political fucking anything. I can only tell you this is what is available for people to facilitate change now. If you can come up with a better way that's legal and does not involve harming anybody, fucking try and implement it. Bring it to, try and, get into office. Fuck you. For God's sake, run for office. If you really want to make change, run for an office. Brandon did. Brandon is showing that now the everyday person can now get into government, can now make a legit opportunity or has a legit chance to get into government and start making changes from the inside. So you know what? You think voting doesn't work? Run for office. Run for your local office. Run for your local school board. Run for your local city council. Run for a county office. Run for a state office. Run for a federal office. If you don't think anything's going to change, then get in there to make the change. Get in there and actually stop saying like I want change to happen and I don't think voting works. Well, cool. Then you get into that position and you make the change happen from the inside. That's what you can do. That's it. Okay, you want to keep shooting stuff down. I'm not claiming I've got the perfect answers. Campaign stake tax dollars. Yeah, I get it. I'm not claiming I have the perfect answers. I'm just giving you the answers that I can think of. If you have a better answer, tell me. If you have a better solution than anything that I've been saying, lay it out. Don't just tell me, well, that's not going to work. Well, that's not going to work. Well, that's not going to work. Cool. Tell me what will. Tell me what will. What is your suggestion of what to do? You know? Just, it's all well and good to shoot down every single thing that I'm saying, well, this is not going to work, that's not going to work, the elections are rigged, this is bad, this is bad. That's all well and good. Fine. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me how. Tell me what an
Evil
option
may
is.
only triumph when good men do nothing. Superman.
There isn't one that's kind, never has been, that's history. Okay, Revan, I think you had a fat finger moment because I'm not sure I understand what that means. I think I'm going on the assumption you might have fat fingered that message because I'm not understanding what you're meaning. But I mean that's what I got. I'm not pretending like I am like giving the answer. Don't make the mistake. I'm not pretending like I have all the answers and you should listen to me because I'm always right. No, I'm just telling you what you can do from my perspective that is legal. That's all I can do. You know? This might mean no country has ever resolved its issues this bad with talking and being kind to one another. It's just human history. Well, I'm not going to advocate for violence. I'm not. I'm going to advocate for for a non-violent means of addressing this. Because I won't advocate for like taking up arms and committing violence against the government or trying to do a violent takeover of the government. I will not advocate for that. I will not say that. I will not even hint about that. If that's what you're looking for, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not what I'm going to do. All I'm going to suggest is if you want to make change, vote. If you don't think voting is going to work, then actually get into office yourself and make changes from the inside. That's the best system we've got at the moment, and that's what I'm going to say to do.